They came with torches and swords, as though light could be captured by flame, as though truth could be bound by rope. The Son of Man, whose voice had cast out demons, now walked silently among his accusers. He did not resist, for this was the path he had chosen and the road every prophet had foretold. The shepherd was struck and the sheep scattered, but love still walked toward the courts of hate. They led him first to Annas, the elder priest, the keeper of power behind the curtain. He questioned him of his teaching, as though ignorance could interrogate wisdom. "I have spoken openly to the world," he said. "Ask those who heard me." A soldier struck him across the face. The word that once spoke galaxies into motion now received the blow of a mortal hand. Yet he did not curse. He stood silent, the lamb before the slaughter. Outside, Peter warmed himself by the fire. Fear flickered in his heart like the flames before him. "You were with him," they said. "I do not know the man." 3 times denial rose, and the rooster cried to the dawn. Jesus turned. Their eyes met. No words were spoken, but forgiveness had already been written in that gaze. Then they brought him to Caiaphas, the high priest of that year. False. Witnesses came, each word another stone cast against the innocent. He said he would destroy the temple. He calls himself the Son of God. The air grew thick with venom. Truth stood among them, and they saw only threat. Caiaphas tore his robes and cried, "He has spoken blasphemy. What further need have we of witnesses?" They spat upon him, they struck him, and they mocked the one who had come to save them. Yet, heaven did not send its fire. For this was not injustice forgotten, it was prophecy fulfilled. Through the long hours before dawn, he sat alone, surrounded by cruelty, each insult, each slap, another thread in the tapestry of redemption. The guards laughed, not knowing they mocked their own salvation. Heaven watched, and the angels trembled, for the eternal word now endured the full weight of human hatred without raising a single word in return. Morning came, but it was not dawn that shone. It was blood on the horizon. They dragged him to the praetorium, for the Sanhedrin could condemn, but only Rome could kill. The priests brought their lies to Pilate, crying, "He calls himself a king. He stirs rebellion against Caesar." And so the King of Heaven stood trial before an empire of dust. Pilate looked upon him, the accused who did not plead, the prisoner who did not fear. "Are you the King of the Jews?" He answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. For if it were, my servants would fight." Pilate saw no guilt in him, yet politics weighed heavier than conscience. He turned to the crowd and asked, "What is truth?" And the truth stood before him, silent. It was the custom to release a prisoner, so Pilate offered them a choice. "Whom shall I release to you, Jesus called the Christ, or Barabbas, a murderer?" And they cried out, "Barabbas!" The guilty walked free while the innocent remained bound. But this too was the mystery of mercy. For in Barabbas we all stand, freed because another took our place. Pilate sought to appease them with cruelty. The lash tore through flesh that had known only compassion. Each strike echoed across eternity, not as punishment, but as payment. He was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. By his stripes we were healed. The soldiers crowned him with thorns and clothed him in mockery. "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they bowed in scorn, not knowing that every knee would one day bow for real. Pilate brought him forth and said, "Behold, the man." A man, yes, but more than man. The Word incarnate, standing bruised before creation, The crowd screamed, "Crucify him!" The air shook with hatred. The truth of heaven was rejected by the hearts of earth. Pilate washed his hands, but water cannot cleanse guilt. He did not argue. He did not defend, for this trial was never about justice. It was about fulfillment. In the silence of his lips resounded the faithfulness of his heart. The prophets had spoken. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. Truth did not need to speak, for truth was standing, and in that silence the judgment of heaven was already turning toward mercy. At last the verdict fell. Take him, crucify him. The king was condemned by his own creation. The judge of all was judged by the unjust, but there was no defeat here, only design. For the cross was not the end of truth, but its revelation. He was led away, still silent, still sovereign, and the earth held its breath, for love was about to be lifted up. While men condemned him below, the court of heaven stood in awe. Above, justice kissed mercy. The eternal plan unfolded. For when truth stood bound before lies, it was not weakness that held him. It was will. He was not overpowered. He was offering himself. And as the gavel of Rome fell, the throne of grace was being prepared.